Hey guys, Coldheart here. Welcome to another Raid Challenge video. Guys, remember, click the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't already. Get me to 30,000 subscribers, guys, by the end of the summer. That's going to be my goal. And I would like to thank you so much if you do. So, guys, I've got a Spider account takeover done today. And I want to showcase this team because it is a team that uses two Coldhearts. Remember the Coldhearts that we all love to use for a Spider 20, well, Spider 25 is again a possibility for you guys. And this team is very specific. It does need some champions, but I'm going to give you guys some alternatives that you can use in order to make this team work. Of course, the team is going to be a little bit slower and the speeds might be a little different. So let's get started. Spider 21, 20, I've done 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 in just a single run. I've just built the team and it worked on everything. And you see the times are almost identical with the Force Affinity being a little faster, the Spirit Affinity being, a little bit on the slow side, and then 49 seconds in general is what we do. So let's check on the team. It works on 24, so if you want to farm 24, you can do that. But I would suggest if you're using one of these champions, go for 25 just because of weak affinity. So this is the team that you see here. So weak affinity, I was mentioning Attack. So Attack, the Wendering, comes in there with the freeze. So he freezes all the spiralings. We've got Mordecai there for the HP burn. Any AoE HP burn champion is going to work for this setup. The two Coldhearts, of course, there for that massive damage, capped at 10% of the boss's health. Unfortunately, and I still think that with the gear that I have on the Coldhearts, we don't hit the cap exactly on at least one of them. But with a little bit more of an adjustment, we could hit it and maybe get this time a little lower. Anyway, and then we also have Prince Keimer. The funny thing about this account, it does have 4 Prince Keimers. Amazing luck sometimes, but it also has, I think, 4 Visiks. So you get lucky, you get unlucky. This is how this game is. So I'll show you guys the run on 24, where some people like to farm first instead of 20, but 20 is where more of the end game farmers go, just because of the higher chance to get a legendary 6-star gear. So you see there, the damage was a little lower on the lower side, but it's fine. We don't have a defense down. Can we get a freeze going on everyone? Okay, that's great. I think we got almost on everybody. We've got a Kaimar in there that he can also sleep. So we're getting some control. And as you can see, we're rotating through the A3s from Coldhearts. We have the HP burns ticking on each and every single spiraling where they do take a turn. And then Mordecai is surviving because of that attack passive healing every time a spiraling takes a turn. But we're fine here, and we're going to have a run of about 50 seconds. There we go. Yeah, 49 seconds for this run on 24. That's a really solid time, I would say. With maybe a little bit more damage from the Coldhearts, maybe we could get a bit faster times, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's go on 25. It works the same. Works the same on 25, and we'll start seeing everything. So we don't have a CC on this account to make this even faster. So still having an under 1 minute 25 team consistent. So I haven't failed any of the runs so far. I think you cannot fail the runs with this combo because of the double Coldheart. So the only way for this to fail will be all the Coldhearts fail all their A3s in a row, and that's pretty much impossible. Okay, I guess it's not impossible. 3% times, I don't know how many times the Coldhearts get a turn with their A3. If that happens, then yes, this will be a failed run, but it's pretty much impossible. Highly improbable. Highly improbable. That's the word. Okay, so this is the run. It works the same way. It's not any different at all. It's just the targeting from the spiralings is a little different when you're fighting 25 because Prince Kaimar is getting targeted. He barely has any gear on for this run. Of course, you can use a Renegade in the position of Prince Kaimar. So let's go and quickly check on all of their gear. So although we do have like a solid Prince Kaimar with a 300 speed, the Kaimar that we are actually gonna be using, guys, is where is he? He's level 50. He's this guy right here. So barely any accessories, barely any gear right there. I can actually give him some accuracy so he can land those sleep. I think I'll give him some accuracy just so he can land that sleep. I don't want to give him more speed though, so I'll just give him some accuracy just so he can hit that that about 200 mark, so he can actually do his freezes. So not so much gear available for him to go. I'll keep him on the lower side on the HP just because I like him to get targeted. I just want him there for the refresh. After that, he can die peacefully. So look at the gear, guys. The speed is at about 153 over the amount that the Spirelings have. So the Spirelings, you don't know already, over 150 is what you need to go before the Spirelings in the Spider Dungeon. Under 150, then you're in trouble. The Spirelings will take a turn before you, and you won't be able to take your skills. So 153, no masteries at all. Nothing maxed out on his skills is not needed, but you do need the custom AI, which I'll showcase in the end of this run. So the custom AI is very, very specific for this run. So Prince Kymar, that's it. There's the reset. Then after that, we have the HP burn. Okay, so the HP burn champion, it's going to be Mordecai. You can use any other champion in there. There's some available from the Doom Tower. Totally forgot his name, that everybody can get him. There's other champions like Tyrant. There's even Venus. We're gonna have a 10x tomorrow. She doesn't have a 100% chance to apply it, but if she takes 2 turns in a row with a 75% chance, when she's fully booked, she can actually apply it. There's many champions out there that have an HP burn. Mordecai, I think he's the best because of his lead, his A3, which does an HP burn, and his A2, which does a Terminator manipulation. All are fantastic for the spider and helped this run become what it is. So Mordecai, the gearing behind Mordecai, I wanted to have as much accuracy as possible. So 230 accuracy plus his lead. We're at 270. Practically no chance for us to get resisted other than that small 3% chance. He is the fastest one of them all because I want him to apply that HP burn, get it going. Although we'll get the reset before the Spirelings move, there's some more Spirelings popping up. I could have done the Coldhearts go faster, but the gear wasn't there. So I had Mordecai go first. 228 speed, no critical rate, no critical damage. That's not where Mordecai's damage is, and he doesn't do much of his A1, I would say, which is an actual attack. His A2 is not an attack, his A3 is not an attack. So if I put critical rate and critical damage on him, it would only count on his A1, which would be a waste of gear. There's so many champions here that we could gear up differently. So just speed sets overall, trying to get those speed substats. The fastest of them all at a 228. Then we have Attack the Wendering. So Attack the Wendering you can build however you want as long as you got some accuracy because his freeze skill depends on accuracy. He's not a canopy resisted champion. So that freeze plus the books, those are needed because it's only a 70% chance. So 70% chance plus 20% from the books, that's 90. And another 5% here from this mastery, that's 95%. So almost 100% chance. So it's as good as it gets. This sniper mastery, I just didn't know what to get on him. I guess Spirit Haze could work on him, but I just went down the tree in order to pick up Fearsome Presence. Everything else can be ignored, except for the accuracy, I guess. So really solid build and really solid way to go with Attack. I've given him a stun set. He goes right after Mordecai. I think maybe one of the Coldheart is a bit faster. So 205 over 200 is still a good amount of speed. He goes faster than the small Spiderlings, and he goes fast enough so he takes another turn throughout the fight. So he does apply that A3 again and ensures everybody is frozen. If you don't get a freeze and you get that 5% unlucky, that's where the stun set comes in. Maybe you get lucky with the stun instead. Instead, the stun set also benefits from the Fearsome Presence Mastery. I could have given him a Provoke set, which is a 30% chance, but I just didn't want to have the off chance of the Spirelings hitting him and causing some issues with the run, maybe killing him. So I kept it with the stun set, and you can use anything that applies control to the Spirelings, but honestly, stun and provoke I think are the best. You can't really use sleep because of the HP burns. And then finally, we've got the 2 Coldhearts, guys. The 2 Coldhearts are almost built identically. So let's go over the 1 Coldheart. Over or at least 70% critical rate. Over 70% is going to benefit your A2 hits. Just 70% benefits your A3 hits. So 264 critical damage. Even with that amount, guys, we don't hit the cap on the big spider, which is the 10% of its health. But it's still very, very good because we're doing the run in under a minute. So anything lower than that is going to cause you some issues. So 197 on speed on the 264 critical damage with the flawless execution mastery, which gives that Coldheart a little bit more critical damage. So if I would go in and change her masteries, I could probably go in and give her, I would say, bring it down and Ruthless Ambush to make this run better. I did not notice that this account did not have these masteries, so I'll quickly change them to the ideal setup and we'll go through another run. Right, so I've given her a little bit more damage through the mastery, so I think now she'll be at the cap with the 8% damage, especially with this hit. Right here, Ruthless Ambush. We did not get Cycle of Violence, but that's fine. We did get, though, Bring It Down, which is another 6% extra damage against that big spider. Let me check on the eye there, Coldheart as well, which has similar stats, so 70% critical rate, 255 critical damage, and 209 speed. So she's a little bit faster than the other ones. Masteries should be what the other one had. So changing these again, and we'll do a final run to close off this video. And before you guys ask, why Coldheart did you go with these masteries? Why did you not get single out? Because single out is when the spider leg is under the big spider is under 40% HP. That's not the case when the Coldhearts start hitting, when they get those resets going. The case is that this happens with all the HP variants. So we would lose out on this 8% if the Coldhearts were indeed using their A3s when the boss was under 40% HP. This is not the case for our run. So Ruthless Ambush on that first hit, this is going to be the best use of our firepower. We also get Bring It Down for another 6% damage. We lose out, though, on Cycle of Violence, but remember, we do not do over 30% of the big spider's health with these Coldhearts. We cannot do it. It's impossible because of how the big spider is set up, and from 21 to 25, you cannot do more than 10% of their health. So this is pretty much a waste for this run. We do get Flawless Execution because this is more of an RNG thing, and I don't want RNG in this specific team that I'm building. I just want consistency. So this is how you go with their custom AI for the spider dungeon. So let us see what we've done with Mordecai. I did use his Heavenly Flames as the custom AI. Always use the skill when available. That's his HP burn. I can actually restrict using his A2. That A2 is going to help make the spiralings not change their turn meters. So they do take their turns normally. The HP burn does what it's supposed to do when they take their turns. So you can potentially restrict this. I tried it before. It does only change the runs by a couple of seconds. So it's not really worth it in my opinion because of the chance that maybe the big spider takes a turn. Maybe some resist happen with the Coldhearts and then something bad happens. This actually gives me turn meter to my whole team. It reduces the turn meter of the enemy. So it does help the run overall, I would say. So I keep it this way. Coldhearts, of course, Heartseeker as their primary skill. I keep the A2 in there for just additional, a little bit of damage. But the Heartseeker needs to be their priority skill. Prince Keimer, of course, Seal of Magic with his priority skill. And Attack the Wendering with the Freeze as his priority skill. And that's it for the custom AI, guys. So pretty simple, but you need to have it set up if you're using this specific team. I just want to say, if you are looking to find a replacement for Attack, anything that freezes or stuns, the whole wave of Spiralings is going to work in the slot for Attack because I did not mention it in the past. So let's get on with our final run. If you're ever interested, guys, in an account takeover, then just send me a message over on Discord. I do help with everything, being dungeons, clan boss, arena, 3v3, anything, Doom Tower, faction wars, anything that's raid related, I can help with. So 773k, that was the crit there. Look at that, we're hitting cap. So happy about that. That's what I wanted to see out of the Coldhearts, and we might even get a better run now. So we'll see. Boom, boom. And I think, are we going to get in under 40 seconds? Maybe if we go lucky ever with a reset on the Coldhearts A3, so we could get another hit there, then that would be great. But look at those Spiralings getting turns. So wasn't much faster. We're just waiting for those HP burns to go. Maybe if we had some refresh accessories, then the Coldhearts would have some fun with their A3s and with their Heartseekers and do some solid damage. But our best time is 46 seconds. This team has not failed a single time for my testing throughout this account takeover. So I'm definitely happy with this one. And the farming is going to be solid and consistent. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you ever have any issues with your spider teams, just message me on Discord. just come and join our Discord channel. We have lots of members in there, over 2,000 members who help each other every single day. Thank you guys. Download Bluestacks if you haven't already. It's going to be linked down in the description and comments of this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.